How's everybody doing this evening? I'm trying to undo my earbuds here. Sorry, I got a really late start. My event I had earlier ran over. Then I got back. I went to turn my computer on. Then it was updating. So I do apologize. Okay. Let me hit Instagram up. All right, so welcome to Evening Motivation with Jackie. Again, Instagram, let me just say that I know I got started a lot later than I typically do. I had some computer issues. I got in late from my event earlier. I went to turn on my computer and it wanted to update, so I had to wait. So here I am for Evening Motivation with Jackie. I'm yours truly, Jacqueline Kaba-Harrison. I am a confidence and success coach, and I work primarily with coaches and consultants. I help them to basically show up or create unshakable confidence, allowing them to show up boldly, consistently, and with intention in their business, right? Allowing you to increase your impact, allowing you to actually reach your ideal client, to be able to create and design the business that you truly desire, right? To be able to create it, and not only create this wonderful business, but to maintain this wonderful business, right? So let me do my share out. I know I'm doing it on my personal profile tonight. Okay, I was rushing so much I didn't even get a chance to put a title up there. Okay, so what I want to talk about tonight, last time I left off on a note of talking about goal setting and basically how to be more productive in your business, right? And I was gearing it towards those coaches and consultants that basically work a full-time job, have other responsibilities. And I want to talk with you guys specifically about how to increase your productivity. So I'm going to shift over tonight. And tonight I wanted to talk about, there's one thing I should turn this down, right? I didn't turn the volume down on my phone either. But tonight I wanted to talk specifically about basically who's in your circle. And I actually titled it, I didn't even put a title on here. Well, as you level up your business, your circle will get smaller, right? As you level up your business, your circle gets smaller. Meaning as you go up the ladder to achieving, what you view as success, achieving your goals, what you actually set out to do, oftentimes our circle gets smaller, right? So I'm going at it differently, a little differently tonight than what I typically do. I'm going at it from a different angle. Usually I talk about who you have in your inner circle and the importance of creating your own cheerleading section. But tonight I'm kind of going to shift just slightly, still kind of saying the same thing, just approaching it differently. Okay. Let me just stick my name here. Okay, I think I got that right. I hate to misspell words. Okay. So I'm going to go at it from a slightly different angle. So what I mean when I say that is I wanted to talk specifically about the fact that as you grow, right? As you grow and change as a person, as a business owner, your friends are going to change, or your circle. Let me say that your circle is going to change, meaning that a lot of the individuals that you may have had around you when you first started out, or when you really weren't going hard in your business, or maybe your business really had not taken off as of yet, those individuals that were around you at that time, it's very likely that they may not come with you to that next level, right? It's very likely that they may not come with you to that next level. So, and basically, the reason that it's important to talk about that is because, a lot of times when we are trying to do something great, right? When we realize we have a vision, we have a mission and a purpose, right? You have to surround yourself. And whether you do it intentionally whether you do it consciously or unconsciously, you have to surround yourself with other individuals that are doing the same thing. And when I say doing the same thing, I don't mean the same exact type of business. Like, oh, she's a life coach, I'm a life coach. No, I don't mean that. I mean, if they are being prosperous in their life, they are trying to have an impact on others, right? They are trying to, basically, they have a vision, right? That they are carrying out just the same as you. So that's what I mean. I remember my mother used to always say to me, she used to always say, birds of a feather flock together. And I kind of didn't, I didn't really pay much attention to it. But, but now that I'm older, I'm like, wow, I know exactly what she's talking about. Oh, hi, how are you? Thank you for joining or just passing through. So much appreciated. I didn't really fully take a hold of that, right? But I now understand. And really what that means is that if people that think alike, like people that are business minded, about their business success, right? Moving up, making an impact. Those are the types of individuals that you are going to want to surround yourself with. If you are trying to, or I'm not saying trying, if you're moving to the next level, you're on the path of moving to the next level in your business, right? You are going to be surrounding yourself with other authors, other business owners, other people that are putting on seminars, conferences, lining up speaking engagements, right? So on and so forth. You're not going to surround yourself with individuals who let's just say don't even think entrepreneurship is a real job, or don't think it's important, right? Or wouldn't even think twice about owning their own business, right? So that's what I mean when I say when you begin to move to that next level, it is important to have people around you that are supportive, that are encouraging, as well as people that are doing some of the things that you want to do, that they've been places, that they've been there, and they can help you get there, right? Even if it's just broadening your horizons, or possibly sharing a story, or sharing an experience with you, something that they've gone through, so that you don't necessarily have to go through it. You can kind of say, oh, okay, I didn't think of it like that. Okay, so let me try this, right? And sometimes that can save you some extra work or some extra time. So that's what I mean when I say a lot of the individuals that you may have been tight with, or that may have been in your inner circle, as you grow in your business and grow as a person, you change, right? And when you change, those relationships around you have to change, right? Now, sometimes you have some people around you that are not going to be down with the change. They're not even down with change for themselves, right? Trying to, be positive and think outside the box, be innovative, and trying to do something different. If you want something different, you got to do something different. If you want something different, you got to do something different, right? Can't keep doing the same thing, thinking that it's going to yield different results. So those individuals, they're going to kind of end up weeding themselves out, right? And that may start early on in the process, or just along the way, but it may start very early on, or it may not. It may be a gradual process, right? Maybe a gradual. So I wanted to talk with you about this because I have experienced it myself. And for me, I have a lot of family and a lot of friends that really weren't on the path, the path that I'm on, right? And like for my family, like people that, family members, you can't choose family, right? Of course, you love your family, but now when it comes to family, they have to be supportive. They have to be supportive or encouraging in some form of fashion, right? Like I'm not going to sit there and allow them to like talk me out of an idea, or talk down, or make me feel bad about it, or make me second guess it, right? Like I just don't need that kind of energy. So that's one thing. Another thing is sometimes people in your family, and I keep stressing in your family, it could be a lifelong friend, somebody you've known for 30 years, right? Somebody you went to high school with, or somebody you was in not elementary, what's the other one? Middle school with, right? That you've known for years. But maybe they operate out of fear so much to the point where people can't give you what they don't have, right? And so maybe it's not a malicious thing that they don't want to encourage you or they don't want to support you, but they don't know how. They don't know how to do it for themselves because they don't have that. They have not developed, right? That they have not done that inner work that would allow them to be able to do that. So they operate from a place of fear. Now, the reason I'm focusing on it, or even mentioning it, shall I say, is because when they come to you, right, or they approach you, remember they're operating out of fear, right? The what if this, what if that, or aren't you scared about writing that book? What if nobody buys it, right? What if the book is an epic failure and it flops? Or what if you spend all this money on, I don't know, all this equipment, all this business equipment, or all this coaching? Let's say coaching. That's a good one. You spend all your money on this coaching and your business flops, or it doesn't make it, or you don't make any money in it, right? A lot of times people are just operating out of fear, right? And that fear is what's holding them where they are, making them stagnant, right? Making them get comfortable, or stay comfortable, shall I say, right? Because they don't want to move out of that spot. They don't want to do anything else. They're fearful, right? Now, obviously, this is not about them, but because of the fact that if they are close to you, they are in your inner circle, they can't help it. They cannot help but to project that fear-based belief system on you, which in turn, or over a period of time, can have a very negative impact on you, right? On your mindset. It can have a very negative impact on how you run your business or how you show up in your business. I didn't bring any water in here tonight. Now my throat is getting dry already. That will have an impact on how you show up in your business, right? Like I said, sometimes we may not even be consciously aware of what we're taking in, right? The negative, how negative self-talk is impacting us, whether it be from someone else or either ourselves. Sometimes we're not even consciously aware of how it affects us, right? But what ends up happening is, like I said, whether you're consciously aware of it or if it's unconscious, you may start to not showing up consistently, right? You may slash your prices. You might have your prices so low to the point where you basically giving stuff away, right? You're just not showing up consistently. You're not putting your programs out there. You're not being productive in your business because of the fact that you are starting to second guess yourself and operate from a place of fear or a place of self-doubt, right? Fear of failure, not knowing your worth, not knowing the value of the services that you provide. So that other person can be, talking in your ear with that negativity. And over a period of time, because I know it's happened to me, over a period of time, like I said, you may not even realize it, but you find yourself not being motivated. You find yourself not being excited about it anymore. Not being thrilled about, oh, I got this event coming up, right? Because it's starting to kind of take over. They've planted a seed and you've kind of allowed it to be nurtured. So for those types of individuals that love you, would love to support you, but really don't know how because they're operating out of so much fear, right? Those individuals, I'm not saying throw them to the wayside, but just kind of monitor how much time you spend with those individuals, right? Like I always like to say, I love you from afar, right? Because you have to, for your own sanity, for your own mental, physical, and spiritual wellness. Because individuals like that operate out of fear, that can kind of suck all your energy. So you have to be really, really mindful of that. Like I said, this whole entrepreneurial journey is definitely not for the faint-hearted. It is very, very, very challenging. And it's important to work on your mindset daily, right? To have a business success mindset, right? The mindset that this is your vision is big, right? You are going to have an impact. It is bigger than you. It's bigger than you, and this is your purpose. You are walking in your purpose, right? So you don't have time to get stagnant. You don't have time to be immobilized. You don't have time to be paralyzed by fear, because there are individuals out there that are waiting for the service that you have, that are waiting for that transformation that you can help them with, that you can assist them or guide them through that process, right? To get to the other side. Those individuals are waiting for you. Trust and believe they are waiting for you. So you can't give up. You cannot give up, and you don't have time to just sit there and just be stagnant, right? So that's a reason, or one of the reasons why it's so important to pay attention to who is in your inner circle, right? Now, the other piece is, I think that, and I've experienced this, that a lot of times you have family members and friends or friends that are like family members, right? And as you first start out in your business, everything is okay. They may support you a little bit, or they may not support you. When I say support, I mean give encouraging words. I don't mean necessarily have to buy your product or services or go advertise it for you. I don't mean necessarily that, but I mean like an encouraging word, right? To providing some sort of upliftment. They may not even do that at all. And sometimes that can be kind of hurtful. It can kind of derail you a little bit, because you're like, wow, these are the individuals that are closest to me. And this means so much to me. Why wouldn't you want to support me? Why wouldn't you want to encourage me? Right? So that's just the non-action. They haven't done anything negative per se or said anything negative, but they have not acted or shown you, or demonstrated that they want to support you, that they're going to give you some encouraging words. And that can be kind of hurtful. And then you have those family and friends, right? Oh, hey, how you doing, Missy? You all right? We're going to have to actually connect, Miss Stephanie. We're going to have to connect. Yeah, so, and then there's those family and friends that secretly don't want you to succeed. And this really, really, really resonates with me, because I have had some pretty bad experiences in that area. And it's very disheartening. It's very discouraging. It's very disheartening, and it's very hurtful, to know that this is someone who you love, someone who you trusted, someone who you really felt was in your corner. And as you begin to grow and make progress in your business, you begin to see like a different side of that person. It becomes very clear that they're not happy for you, and it's not, this is really not easy to say. And sometimes it's not easy to deal with. Not sometimes, it's never easy to deal with, but the thing of it is, I think this is real. This is something that I think some of us may go through, because remember, anything that happens in our personal life, right, is going to have an impact on how we show up in our business. It's going to have an impact. So that's why I think it's so important to talk about these things, And sometimes it's so easy to say, "Oh, I'm not worried about what that person's saying. Oh yeah, they don't think I'm gonna make it. I don't care. It don't bother me." You know. And the thing of it is, sometimes you say that, but it really does bother you. You know, because you're human, because you've been let down. You know, you've been disappointed, and that's natural. You know, so that's why I think it's extremely important to talk about it, because these types of things happen, and we have to be able to accept it for what it is, right? And be able to continue to move on in a productive manner, be able to continue to carry out our vision, right? And not become stagnant or not just give up. So that's why I think it's extremely important to talk about it. I think that this is a part of growth and development. You know, how you actually deal with different challenges that come your way, you know. And again, it doesn't mean it's going to be any less hurtful, you know. Some instances you may can talk to the person, and then there may be other instances where you can't, but you're going to have to at some point, like, address it and actually, address it effectively, or as effectively as you can, and be able to move forward, because it may happen. I hate to say it, but it may happen. Like I said, I've had some instances where, um, I really thought that when I started my business, people, like friends and family, were going to be really excited for me, and they were going to, just be very encouraging and supportive, and like want to know what's going on and how I'm feeling about it, and because I'm excited. I want to talk about it. I want to tell somebody. This is like monumental. Being able to build an idea, if you will, from scratch. It takes a lot of work. And especially if that's not your area of expertise. Like, I didn't go to school for marketing, and I didn't go to school for business, advertising, and I'm definitely not a computer whiz. So it's learning. It's a lot of learning. So I'm excited about it. I want to talk about it. I want to share. I want someone else to take an interest in it. But the thing of it is, that doesn't always necessarily happen for those that are, close to us. Like I said, it could be for several different reasons. However, right now, this particular instance, I'm focused on the reason of maybe jealousy or envy. Some people, just as simple as that. They don't want to see you doing any better than them. And again, this is kind of challenging to say. And I know, sometimes we want to stay motivated, we want to stay positive, but this is reality. This is the reality. Not everybody that's in our circle is going to be happy about what we're doing. That's just the bottom line. And I think it's important to be aware of it, and again, to effectively address it. Because let's just say, if this is an individual, and that's close to you, that has some sort of, that their negativity, or how they feel about you and your business, and not necessarily wanting the best for you, that may possibly impact your business in some form or fashion, depending on what type of role they have in your business, right? So it would be important to actually identify that early on, and try to address it and give that person a chance. And if they can't rise above it and do better, then they got to step aside, because you're on a mission, right? They're not going to get in the way of the purpose. There are people out there that need your service, right? This is your vision, and they're not going to stand in the way. You would never forgive yourself if you allow somebody else to stand in the way of your vision, because they couldn't get themselves together. You know what I mean? So, like I said, as hurtful as it may be, you may have to kind of let a few people go. Give them a chance, but that's just keeping it real. You At some point, you have to, I call it like taking responsibility, right? Taking responsibility, because otherwise, and you know what, a lot of this is interconnected, but that's also a big part of self-care, right? when you care about yourself and you love yourself, you are protecting your emotional, I always say mental, physical, and spiritual health. You are protecting that, right? Because without you, you break down. You know, what you're going to be able to do then? You're not going to be able to help anybody. You're not going to be able to help yourself. So if someone's negativity is a detriment to you, right, then you got to let it go. That's the same thing as, like, maybe, I don't know, using drugs. Let's just say that's a detriment to your body. That's going to impact you physically, mentally, right? The same way with toxic people and toxic codependent relationships, right? Those have a negative impact on you. They drain your energy. And if you are moving in a certain direction and you are on the way up, right? You're doing what you got to do. You need to stay motivated. You need to stay encouraged. You need to stay highly favored, on and on and on, right? You're not going to be able to do that if you have a circle around you of a lot of negative, I just had a perfect word, a lot of negative, oh gosh, not meaning well. I can't think of the word I was going to say for that, but you know, when you know someone doesn't mean well, like they have maybe ill intentions, maybe that's what I'm thinking about. I don't know, but you can't have a bunch of negative folks around you in your inner circle, right? That are negative, pushing out all of this fear and how to say it, naysayers, right? And really don't want to see you succeed. Like they don't have good intentions. You got to push those people away. You know, like I say, if it's your mother, your father, oh, okay, you know, I love you, da da da. But you're going to keep all that fear and all that shoulda, coulda, woulda, and if this and if that, and what if this flop? I'm sorry, you're going to keep all that over there. Listen, I'm running a business over here. Not, you know, I cannot have that. You know, I cannot have that in my circle. So yeah, so that's what I wanted to chat with you ladies about tonight. I'm a little thrown off as far as my time because I had said I was doing like 30 minutes. I said 30 minutes was the max. Then I made a new goal. My max is going to be like 20 minutes. But I said I was going to start with 25 and then work my way to 20 because I know we're all terribly busy. I know everybody is doing multiple things, running businesses, managing households, you know, other community affiliations that we have, you know, the other responsibilities in the communities, you know, in our communities that we have. I know we're all terribly busy and I'm very respectful of people's time. And, you know, I mean, if I can get what I have to say down in the 20 minutes versus an hour, you know, that's beneficial to me. And I think it's, you know, more beneficial to you guys as an audience as well. So let me look at the time. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm doing pretty good on time because, like I said, I started late because my computer had to update. So you know how that go, right? Don't turn it off. It's updating. 2% finished, right? 98% to go. At any rate, so yes, that's why I wanted to come on and I want to talk about that because I know that we all have coaching and or consulting businesses and we are taking them to the next level, right? And we have to guard, right? We have to guard our mental health, our physical health, and our spiritual health. We have to guard it, right? We have to work to develop a successful business mindset, right? To move us to the next level and to keep soaring in our business. All right. So I wanted to talk to you ladies about that. So please take a look at those relationships. Call it for what it is, address it, and keep on moving, right? Keep on moving. Keep on. It's a work in progress. Keep doing what you got to do to keep on creating your business, right? To do what you got to do so you don't have to be stagnant and be unmotivated and feeling like you want to quit and stuff like that. We're not having that. We're not doing no quitting. We're not doing no stopping. Yeah, we may change, we may modify, we may take go a different route, but there's going to be no quitting, right? We're going to keep on going. We're going to keep on going. We're going to support and encourage one another along the way. All right, so I will close with that. I got to go get some water. But thank you again. My name is Jacqueline Kaba-Harrison. I am a confidence and success coach, and I help African American women that have coaching and or consulting businesses. I help you work through all of that negative self-talk, right, that we have rolling around in our heads, all of that self-sabotaging behaviors, or as we say, getting in our own way, right? To help you work through all of that. So you can build your business. You can be the best version of yourself, right? And be able to truly create the business as well as the lifestyle that you truly desire as well as deserve. So that's what I do. And again, join me for even every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Evening Motivation with Jackie. And I basically talk about different tools and techniques to help you to develop a successful business mindset. Okay. And it was one other thing I wanted to say. Tuesday and Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it actually slipped my mind. But at any rate, it'll, as soon as I hit the end button, it'll come to me. But please share this video out and tag a coach or consultant. Please, sharing is caring. Let somebody else hear the message. You may have taken one thing from it. Somebody else may take something else from it and actually be able to help someone. Okay? And that's what we want. We all want to succeed and grow together. All right, so let me go ahead and end on Instagram first. All right, Instagram. Later. All right, and Facebook, thank you so much for those that took the time out to join and give a like. So much appreciated. I don't take any of it for granted. And Facebook, have a wonderful evening. What's left of it, I know Eastern Standard Time. You guys are probably one foot in the bed already. So thank you for joining, and I will talk to you again soon. All right. Good night, all.